Wendy Cumming says these powers are already common in other jurisdictions and are considered vital for protecting vulnerable or marginalised individuals who may be unable or unwilling to file complaints themselves. These include people in long-term hospital care, residential facilities or prison, situations where fear or dependence on the public services in question may prevent them from speaking out. Ms. Cumming notes that all former postholders have called for this reform. It was approved by Parliament via a motion in December 2019, and a draft bill was even prepared in 2020. However, 5 years on, the legislation remains stalled.
I'm looking at kind of a 6-year delay where that parliamentary approval, our supreme lawmaking body has already approved this motion. So really it should be, a relatively simple process to just, pass the bill, enact it, and it becomes, a legislative amendment. It's not a new thing. We have, the Northern Ireland has own motion investigations, Wales, Scotland, even the Philippines. It's not a new concept.
She says despite repeated written requests to the Chief Minister in 2024 and early 2025, no commitment has been made, and the most recent email on the subject has gone unanswered. Ms. Cumming says without this power, hidden voices in society risk being left behind.
I'm in a very similar position to the Principal Auditor in that I am a parliamentary officer and I am obliged to submit a report to Parliament annually. I think that it's really, really important. It's a check and balance for our community. It's very important for proper governance. And I feel strongly that both the Public Services Ombudsman and the Principal Auditor, we should be able to do our job and we should be able to speak truth to power whenever necessary in carrying out our functions. These functions, we are accountable to Parliament. And when you're accountable to Parliament, Parliament represents the people. So we are accountable to the people of Gibraltar. And, it is ever so important to have people who can raise their voices against any unfairness and who can, call out, any issues that counter, that are run contrary to proper governance. If there's anything wrong in my report, people can read it and people can make, a judgment as to whether I'm doing a proper job or not a proper job, or etc. You can feel very isolated, a bit alone in this job, and it's important for anyone doing a job like this to not be afraid. That's really, really important.
She observes that the Principal Auditor also awaits legislation which would allow him to better fulfil his role.